Hey everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications each time I upload a new video. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And it helps my channel so much, so thank you for that in advance. And today is card day, so we have a fun fold card, or it's a spinner card. And when I saw this spinner, I've done spinners before, but when I saw this one, I thought I have to give this one a try. It's super cute. Oh my gosh, and I love this new stamp set that I'm using for it. It says, "I love hanging around with you." Isn't that so cute? And the two little monkeys, but when you let it go, it just spins like that. Isn't that so cute? I love this one, and this one I made so it will fit in a regular envelope, so you just turn it like that, and then it spins, and it'll set up like that. All right, so this is what I'm sharing today. So you can probably use any one of these little guys. It's called Catch You Later. You can use any one of these on this project, and it's so cute. You can do a happy birthday. This one says, "You're perfect. You're just perfect." This one said, "I'll catch you later, dear friend." I thought that would be super cute with this one. "I'll always be here with you." And then this one's "Better Together" and "Hey There." But I use the "I love hanging around with you" because it's perfect for these little monkeys. So this is what I'm using. What you need for this is I'm using thick cardstock like I always do, because it helps the spinner, it makes the spinner nicer, and then it helps the card base to stand up nicer. So this is 6.5 by 5.5. We are going to score it at 3 1/4 to make our card base, because I wanted this to fit. The girl that I watched, she did a 6 by 6 card, but I wanted one that will fit in a regular standard envelope so we can mail it in a standard envelope. And then I'm going to mat it, and I'm matting it with some new designer series paper. It's called Friendly Hello. This is free with a $50 purchase. Oh no, this one's $100 because it comes with a stamp set as well. So the Friendly Hello stamp set and the Friendly Hello designer series paper come as a $100 one. I forgot about that. But this is the pattern I'm using. I'm using the opposite side. But this matches the stamp set really, really well. It's really pretty. In fact, let me grab it and I'll show you really quickly. It is this one right here. So these little birds are on the other side. They're on this designer series paper here. And the flowers on here all match the stamp set, but the paper's super pretty. I love the paper. I love both sides of it because you can use it. Look at this one. I love that. I almost used that for the card, but then when I saw the leaves, I thought it'd be perfect for the monkeys. So this is what I'm sharing. But look how pretty that is. I love this side too. So that you can get these both for a $100 purchase as one of your free gifts. All right. So the piece that we're matting is 3 by 5 1/4, and then you need two little pieces that are 1 1/8 by 1. These are going to go on the inside. They're going to go over the thread that we use. You're going to need some basic white and some basic Granny Apple Green, because we are going to cut some leaves for the front of the card, and we are going to stamp the sentiment. So I'm using the pierced blooms. I'm using that for the leaves and the piece that we're cutting the sentiment out from. And we're going to use the leaves from this as well for the front, these two leaves. And we're cutting one in basic white and one in Granny Apple Green. We're also using our layering circles, and you need the largest circle here, and then I use the next largest because you want this to be smaller than the hole that you're going to create. So this one here is 3 inches, and then this one is 2 3/4 inches. So those are the two that we're using for this, and I think that's everything. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to score this. You're going to score it on the 6.5 inch side at 3 1/4. So you're just scoring it in half. And this is going to make our card base. Now, what we're going to do first is we're going to mat it. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus for this. And put enough on there because we are going to cut some of this. So we're going to mat that. Oh, we got some hanging out here. Okay, and I already cut out my circles. I cut out two, the smaller ones in the basic white thick, and I already stamped and colored one of these because I didn't want to take the time in the video to color them both. So I did that ahead to save some time. So we're going to bring up first, we're going to bring up our cut and emboss here, and we are going to cut this. And I'm going to use the largest 3-inch circle die. And we are going to cut this. I'm going to use a piece of purple tape. And you want to center this. I just eyeball it, and you'd only want to do it like halfway of the circle. So you want to center it the best that you can. And then we're going to run it through. And I'll run it through a couple times, probably like 3 times. So it's going through a lot of cardstock. So you want to make sure it goes all the way through. I'll do one more time for good luck. And it should go through because it's going through the designer series paper plus 2 of the thick cardstock there. Now hopefully I can get my purple tape off without tearing anything. Just take your time when doing this because you don't want to rip your designer series paper. I did mess up a little bit, but it's right on the white so you can't really see it very well. So there you go. We have the card base ready to go. And all the other pieces I already cut out. I cut out the one for our sentiment and the 2 leaves that we're using. Let's go ahead and stamp that. Okay, we're going to stamp it with the Memento Black. And then let's leave that out, and I'll stamp the monkeys on the other piece. And this just fits on there, so when you're putting it on, be real careful, because it's a pretty big image for this circle. So there we go. Look how cute they are. They're so stinking cute. I love these little monkeys. So what I'm coloring this with is light and dark crumb cake. I'm using light and dark Granny Apple Green. And then I'm using for the cheeks the light petal pink like I always do. And then this I decided to color the background in the light pool party. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to zoom in for you, but I'm going to speed up the video so you can see what I'm doing, but I won't bore you with too much of the coloring. Okay, so there they are, all ready to go. And we are going to go ahead and put this together now. So what you're going to do is you're going to open this up. You have plenty of room to put your sentiment here. And the thread that I'm using, this is a really thick like quilting thread. It's not thin like your regular thread. So make sure you have something heavy duty. You won't be able to break this with your fingers. So that's what I'm using for this. I'm just going to cut a long piece here, and then we'll just cut it after we get it glued on. Now I'm going to use some, you can use tear and tape for this, but I'm going to use a Stampin' Seal Plus. And when I put my little monkeys in here, you want it to be down further. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to center them there. You want space at the bottom. So I just usually line it up where I want it. And then you want this to go through the center of the monkeys here. So what I'm going to do first, let's go ahead and make sure you have this upright, like the tops here. And I'm just going to put some tear and tape, not tear and tape, but some Stampin' Seal Plus across there. I'm going to stretch this out. And then I'm going to put another piece right on top. So you want to do that with your tear and tape if you're going to use tear and tape. And then put adhesive all along this whole thing. And we are going to line this up. Now make sure you line them up the right way, that both tops are at the same side. Be really careful when you do your circles. Don't press it down till you got them exactly where you want them. And now we're going to line it up on here. And I always look to see where my string is. And we are going to put it this one because you want a little bit of a space down here so it could spin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it right on my line here, right on my score mark, right in the center. And I'm going to put it right in the center there and in the center here. And I'm going to put down one side here while I'm looking at that bottom. It's really easy to do. And then you want this taut. So you want to make sure that it's taut, this part is taut. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put another thing across the top. And then I'm going to cut my string here. So you don't need a huge string, but I recommend starting it bigger. And then these two pieces, that are 1 1/8 by 1, we're going to put across here. It's going to coordinate with the outside, so make sure you have something that coordinates, because you want to make sure you have something covering this. You can even, if you want to mat this whole part on the inside, you'd have to do it beforehand though. You'd have to do it before you cut the hole for the spinner. So I like it like that. You can put another piece on the bottom to make it all coordinate. And then I'm going to close this back on that the score marks. I'm going to get my bone folder. Make sure they're really nice and then you'll have your spinner. But let's finish, before I test it out, let's go ahead and finish this up. So I'm going to use some dimensionals for the back of our sentiment. I'm going to put that on. Don't forget you can stamp your inside. I didn't know what I was going to put yet on my sentiment. I may put happy birthday on it for a friend. And then we are going to put some adhesive. I'm going to use wet glue so I can move these around. I'm going to do the white first, and you're just going to tuck it under there. And then this piece. And this is why I like the wet glue, so I can arrange them how I like it. And so that is it. So let's test it out. Let's spin it. You see how tight they are right there? That's what I'm talking about. And then there you go. Isn't that fun? These are so fun. And then when you put it in the envelope, make sure it's upright, and then they'll pull it out and it'll start spinning. Aren't those cute? I really like this design. I've done them differently before, but I really like this. I thought it was really cute. One thing I wanted to mention is to make sure it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 when you put this on, because that's what is going to fit in your envelope. A regular 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. And I tested it and it worked with my other one. It fit in there. All right, so here's the other one. Aren't they so cute? Oh my gosh. These are really fun. I hope you give them a try. If you need any supplies for this, you can go to my blog at stampingwithamore.com. This is my new January host code. If you use the host code, you get in a drawing at the end of the month. I forgot to tell you, on this one, I did add some little stitching around the top, if you can see that. I added it, but I wasn't going to add it on this one because I wanted to show you can do it either way, however you like it. So that's it, everyone. I hope you all have a blessed day, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, everyone. Bye.